Hi, live from Reno. So I just arrived and I didn't post my Facebook Live yesterday, but since it was really a no, it was a Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday, but it was my Monday. Today's going to be my Tuesday Facebook Live tip of the day, and I'm going to share with you that, where did I put it? Well, first let me just tell you that I've taken 2 planes and I've been sitting for pretty much 4.5 hours. I tried to get up, but got to reading a good book, an hour goes by, that kind of thing. Ideally though, you want to be getting up at least every 20 minutes so your body doesn't get super stiff. And then in case it does get stiff and you can't get up because what it is with a plane ride and being kind of wedged into those little seats, this is what I do when I arrive to my hotel and get settled in. I'm going to show you what I do, and I'm going to show you also that I take, so let's see, maybe I can flip this around and show you. Reno, definitely not Pacific Northwest. Mountains. I'm over at the Peppermill and have no idea what mountain region I'm looking at. Let's see, I couldn't even tell you the direction I'm in, but it's dry here, deserty here for sure, different terrain, and different energy for sure in Reno. I've been here before, but I drove through and then went to Lake Tahoe, and so I don't know too much about. Hi Leanne. Hi Daniel. So I am going to talk about this little guy because this I packed in my lunchbox, and let me see if I can flip this around. I will show you. All right, so I take my little lunchbox and I pack it with my nori rolls and my coconut cluster, whatever. Actually, a bunch of other things are in there. There's like hazelnuts and some things I got at the farmer's market, and sardine cans. So I avoid anyone who doesn't like sardines. That's a great little snack. So I bring my own food. I had a nice little salad that I made and ate that while I was in my layover at Boise. But this is the ball, and then this is what I set up. So I have an awesome roommate. She went out to lunch, and her awesome dog is Jasper, and they went off to lunch. But I took that opportunity, and I will tell you, she's already saged our room. It's a really good idea to sage a hotel room when you arrive, and sage yourself after flying, because wow, we can all pick up loads of energy. Look at that, my case is opening and now it's covering that. Anyway, so what I do is I grab a towel, because I don't usually travel with my yoga mat, but I grab a towel and I lay it down on the floor, because that's where I'm going to do my get off the plane and prevent jet lag pose that I've posted as a video, and that I tell everyone if you're traveling, you want to be using that. And then this is the ball that I used for pretty much the 4 hours, and just left it and had it in my back and was rolling it. So let me switch it back here. And let's see if I can post this, because I want you to see the pose that I'm going to do. So you can actually see that I'm going to do it live here. And I will tell you also, this ball, it's not a softball. It is a ball I just picked up at the dollar store this weekend. The boys absolutely required me to go into the Dollar Tree while we were out camping. Found one in Florence, and Florence had a bunch of Pokemon cards. Oh my goodness. So they got Pokemon cards, and I got some Mayo balls for $1. Awesome. I got a bunch of them. So I'll be sharing those and passing those out at our next class. Little phone call there. Can't take you right now. Sorry. So let's see if I can do this, and then I'll show you the pose. We're in a hotel that's like, I packed my phone anyway. We're in a hotel that is very, elaborate with the gold and the lame, and it's very exciting. Had I known, I would have definitely brought my silver and sequins, but I didn't. I brought black. And one backpack for 4 days, but it works beautifully and it's easy to travel with. Okay, so I got my spot. If you can see this, I go all the way up to the wall My booty's gonna go up to the wall. My legs are gonna go up to the wall. I'll try to be really careful with the mirror, meaning don't want to get footprints on there. Probably just can wipe those off. But I'm going to lay down all the way. Scooch up. And here, hopefully you can see this because now, I mean, honestly, instantly, it's amazing. Can you see? Okay, instantly, it's just releasing the back. And it is so simple. And I don't know how many people would actually take the time to do this, even 5 minutes. It is so restorative. Just doing this right here. Now, there are other things that I do because of the tightness in my shoulders. So I'll add some movements in my arms for shoulder, getting my shoulders released and bringing them back. So I'll do my exercises. And if you've ever done my class, well, I can't really do them here, but I'm going to do them on the floor, sliding. If you can't see them, I'm sliding on there. And then I'm going to do a few other movements, really, really simple. But it allows the back to decompress. And then you can roll over and relax for a little bit. So I was here doing that, and then I thought, I'm going to actually give you evidence that I do it. I know I tell everyone, you've got to do this pose when you get to your hotel because it works and it's fantastic. And see, I did it. Proof. Evidence. Let's see if I have any other tips. I really don't. The way I travel is pretty simple. I bunch up my clothes and then I pull them out. And I have one backpack and then my lunch as a meal. And I carry my own water bottle. So in Portland, you have your water bottle and you drink it. And hi, I'm doing a Facebook Live. Okay, so I've got my water bottle and I'll fill that up. And I've already been through 3 of these and I still feel dehydrated from flying. It's just natural. It's going to happen from flying because that's what happens when you fly. Can I put you on? Can you say, are you okay?
Sure, what are we doing?
Okay, there's my roommate. There's Jasper. I'm doing a Facebook Live and proving that I do my, yes, I do.
Yes, please.
That I do my yoga pose after flying. And I used to tell everybody to do this. I haven't traveled in a long time, so this is the pose that I do, my candle pose,
Nice.
Releasing the back. And I told you she saged us. So saging the room, saging your body, saging especially after being on a flight, and right, you can feel the difference.
Yes.
And Jasper, I was telling her just having Jasper around is really fabulous. So it gives you the power of having a pet. And oops.
There we go.
There he is. Hi, buddy.
And you said it so well. You're very good. You mentioned that he's like good with like dealing with weird energy. I don't know how you said it exactly.
It's amazing because as soon as he came into the environment, so when I was standing in line, I got here a little bit early and I was checking in. Very long line and there's a lot of dense energy. You could smell it. I don't know if you could smell it.
It's weird.
It's weird. And so as I was noticing that and observing it and just putting out positive energy and just observing really and enjoying this and being grateful to be in this space and having fun. Then when Jennifer and Jasper walked up, I thought, it's very different, just the whole energy. And then we were walking through the hallway and he's just this unconditional, look at the tail! See? That's what I'm talking about. He's a happy boy.
They bring such
How
joy to our
fun.
lives.
I know, we should all have one, really.
And
Sage?
Your followers know about
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So here's the sage, and she carries it like this. Mine's a little smaller, but hey, it doesn't matter your size, it works.
And no, it's not weed, okay? Even though it might look like it and it might smell like it to some people.
Hi, buddy. All right, so, hi, Dawn. Hey, I can't wait to hear whether or not that's a good investment or not. I'm curious and how you got that. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're in Reno for 4 days on a very intensive training. I'm very excited, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And actually, we start at 2 with a preliminary some preliminary cool stuff, and we're going to get to work. So I wanted to say that. If anybody wants any more cool things. Hey, by the way, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh my God,
I know.
happy birthday!
It's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm going to be 49 trips around the sun. And as a result, I have decided, because of there is a gal that I really love following. She has got this high velocity energy and super positive energy about her, and her name is Denise, and her last name escapes me at the moment. Duff. How could I forget that? And Michael Duff. I had to go to Michael first and get Duff, and then go back to Denise Duff. So she did this. Hi, Christine. Thank you so much. All right. So we went to. So she did this like the 40 days before her 50th birthday. But I think I'm gonna see if I can do 365 days leading up to my 50th trip around the sun, and shed some ever-changing wisdom and insight. So on the airplane, I was reading this book. It's backwards, but it's Persuadable: How Great Leaders Change Their Minds to Change the World. And I needed this book like 20 years ago, because I've definitely had a fixed idea, and everything he's talking about in there is definitely what we all need to be realizing, that it's okay, we can change, we can shift. And I want to give a shout out to Carol Lee and to others that your kids are maybe going back to school, or maybe they're graduating, or they're leaving the home. And this is for you too, Jody. I don't know if you're watching, but so a shout out to Jody Metcalf Phillips. This is Kelly's gal, and I know some women in our peer group of our age, when we're in our late 40s and our early 50s, the children are going off and going to college, or there's transitions, and there's a sense of shifting within ourselves, and maybe we're not certain who we are as individuals, because our mom hat that we've been wearing for the last 18, 20 years has been just like, it's shifting. We're different people. But what I'm realizing with my boy, my youngest is now, he's going to be 10 in 24 days. And Ryder being 12, almost 13, now we homeschool, so it's a kind of a different thing. I don't have them going off to school and having that shift. But even for myself, I realize almost every day. So most of you all know I've been through a divorce recently. And that, I mean, it's just another transition. It's another piece. It's another, whoa. It's another, wow, there was something there. Maybe I need some clearing of energy on that. Yep. Okay. So I still got some crap on it. Yep, I do. All right. So maybe then we all have some things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what is happening. If we can allow ourselves to change, to be wrong sometimes when we make mistakes, like with my studio, and allow, like shift when we need to shift, and not be so rigid about every decision we make. And and I'll say a shout out to Jonathan, because he's kind of taught me a lot of that, is that I can just be, and I have my own Buddhist kind of philosophy, and I really like the non-attachment thing, but in practice, that's sometimes kind of difficult. And as a result of having to practice that even more with going through the divorce, and then going through what the changes had to take place after a 17-year marriage, and with children and living together and finance and everything. So shifting all of that, my whole identity has changed. And then I even have to have compassion for Kelly, because I'm seeing him go through his own struggles. And what I'm saying really, and I just need to get to the point, is we all have to give ourselves a break and allow ourselves, like when I was reading something about the general who was at the time of Syria, I can't think of the name of the general He's retired now, but they started talking about McRaven, who was, above all, he had humility. And he had huge, like, world-changing decisions to make, life or death decisions to make as a general. And out of all of his, how he was describing how he was acting, and he was just, he had humility, and he was really humble, and just, okay, when there is a decision, or when there's more data, you have more information, you can make a new decision. You don't have to be so rigid about, well, this is who I am, and this is how I'm going to be, and this is what's going to happen. And if you're anything like I can be, that is like a safety. That's how your security, that's how you meet that, is to be like rigid and have, this is who I am, this is how I act, these are my beliefs, this is what happens. And I'm not saying to throw out all the beliefs and throw out all, everything, but be okay with maybe reinventing and seeing what new data comes in to present itself, and how does that shift in your world. Always still staying true to your own truth, your own compass, your own inner guide, right?
Brilliant.
Who's a good guy? All right, so I'm done yapping. And let's see, do I have any promotions? Yes, I do. Monday, we start back at Lacamas Lodge, and it's awesome. Lacamas Lodge is really so beautiful. It's a perfect transition right now. I can do groups so we can have more people there. And if you've been wanting to work doing some more Yogilachi, which is the optimal, we're really focused on that optimal movement, optimal mindset, and optimal nutrition in those classes. So we're not Orange Theory. We're not going to be doing boot camps, but we've got the awesome high energy agility training, and the Yogilachi Amaze. So alignment, mobility, agility, alignment. What else? I said that already. Alignment, and then what was the other one? Stability. So core stability, and then of course the beautiful Flow and Glow, where we're doing yoga and Pilates Tai Chi mixed together, and 3 of those a week. Can't beat that. So if you want to join us and you're in Camas or Vancouver near Lacamas Lodge, or within driving distance, come join us at 6:30 in the morning. We'd love to have you. I'm going to top it at 16. I think we've got 6 people signed up. So if you want to join us, definitely come in. We'd love to have you. And you can go to Yogilachi. I think I also posted it here. What else? If you have any questions, I love answering questions. I kind of want to be the Dolly Parton of the 9 to 5 show, where she becomes, is that the movie where she becomes the radio host and she solves people's problems? And tell me your problem and I'll solve it for you on this radio show. I'm totally joking. Let's see what else. This is the Reno energy, I think. And maybe that my kids are with Dad for 4 days. Holy mackerel, Kelly! How are you? You're going to do great. You already got through 7 hours. You're going to do awesome. So if anybody wants to go help Kelly take care of the boys, you can do that. And I will talk to you tomorrow, because it'll be a new day. Love you guys. Bye.